From TV shows, movies, and music videos to athletics and pop culture, the Cadillac Escalade is known around the world as a true icon of luxury motoring. But the Escalade is about to go electric, and GMAuthority.com as well as the MOTROLIX network have the goods. Here is your first look at the upcoming Escalade EV.
MOTROLIX.
Howdy folks, Alex Luft here with GMAuthority.com and the MOTROLIX network, and today we have our very first look at the upcoming Escalade EV, providing us with an early sneak peek at what is quite possibly the most impactful evolution of the Escalade nameplate in its entire history. If you're new around here, slap that subscribe button and hit that notification bell as we cover everything there is to know about the Escalade EV. And with that out of the way, let's get right to it. From the off, you'll notice that what we have here is a camouflaged prototype with heavy vinyl and a black and white body wrap pairing up to obscure the styling bits underneath. Nevertheless, there is still quite a bit to learn from this thing, starting with the footprint. Compared to the ICE-powered Escalade, the new Escalade EV looks substantially less bulky, with a lower stance and with squatter doors and windows. Most of this can be attributed to the underlying architecture, with the upcoming Escalade EV set to ride on the EV-dedicated GM BT1 platform as compared to the body-on-frame underpinnings of the current internal combustion engined Escalade. The fact that this thing looks less bulky than the internal combustion-powered Escalade echoes comments made by GM President Mark Reuss, who, during the 2022 GM Investor Day event, said that GM's full-size EV utility models would be done in a way that was, quote, much more innovative, end quote, with regard to size differences and wheelbase differences. Indeed, following the launch of the standard-length Escalade EV, GM is expected to launch an extended-length Escalade EV as well. There are a few other things worth noting about the design. First, it looks like there's a small downward kink in the beltline just after the C-pillar, which would mirror a similar treatment seen in the current internal combustion-powered Escalade. That said, this could simply be a trick that is being played on us by the prototype's camouflage designers, so let's just leave that alone for the time being. Out back, the little that we can see of the rear lights of this Escalade EV prototype would indicate that the tail lights will retain the vertical orientation that has become synonymous with the Escalade. There's also not a single trace of exhaust outlets, whether tucked under or through fascia or something else, and that further confirms the pure battery electric nature of this prototype. Also of note are these funky looking wheels, the design of which is similar to the rollers featured on the Cadillac Celestiq ultra luxury sedan. With thick outer spokes and thin inner spokes, this is clearly an example of Cadillac's new wheel design language for electric vehicles, something that's also seen on the Cadillac Lyriq, albeit in a more subdued way. And since we're on the topic of wheels, take a look at the lug nuts. The Escalade EV prototype seen here is wearing 8 lug nuts, whereas the Celestiq as well as the Lyriq, those are equipped with a 6 lug pattern. Now, in case you missed it, GM recently teased the Cadillac Escalade EV with an image displaying the model's new nameplate. The name, Escalade IQ, follows Cadillac's electric vehicle nomenclature that ends the model's name with IQ, like Lyriq, Celestiq, along with a few other names that GM and Cadillac have trademarked, for instance, Optic, Lumistic, and of course, this Escalade IQ. In fact, the Escalade IQ name maintains the iconic Escalade name fully intact while adding the IQ suffix, essentially to bring the nameplate into Cadillac's EV era or EV family as well. What's more, we know that General Motors is targeting a 400-mile range from a single charge for the new Cadillac Escalade EV, per an exclusive GMAuthority.com report published way back in 2019 by yours truly. Without a doubt, the very first electric Escalade is shaping up to be a very interesting addition to the rapidly growing all-electric utility vehicle segment. As usual, GMAuthority.com and the MOTROLIX network will be here every step of the way to give you the latest news. I'm Alex Luft. Happy motoring, and I'll see you in the next one.
MOTROLIX.